It's just a couple of minutes away from getting kicked off. The teams are on their way out to the pitch now, both looking to recover from defeat at the weekend. Quick turnaround of games, Liverpool only losing to Manchester City what feels like only a matter of hours ago, Sunday night. That game finally came to an end around about the 100-minute mark. Sunderland themselves also falling to league leaders Arsenal at the weekend. It's a campaign that's dropped off a little bit for Sunderland after a very exciting start for Liverpool. It's been steadily underwhelming for the defending champions. Sunderland a couple of months ago were looking like they were on a European charge, and that is slipping away for them now. Underwhelming for Liverpool. Potentially Champions League qualification even slipping out of the grasp of the defending champions. So both teams needing to rack up the points as quickly as possible. Both will be looking to win today. Both have kept as much of the weekend's lineup in place as they can. One change for Sunderland, two for the visitors Liverpool. Still no Granit Xhaka for Sunderland. I'll run you through the lineups now as we're just about to get kicked off. So for Sunderland, it's Roos in goal. The defence is Mukiele, Ballard, Alderete and Reinildo. Midfield is Sadiki, Diarra and Lafay, with Hume and Angulo flanking Brobby up front. So the one change for Sunderland, Talby drops to the bench, allowing a first Premier League start for January signing Angulo. As for the visitors Liverpool, two changes from the defeat to Manchester City. The late drama at the weekend at Anfield. Alisson stays in goal. He gave away the penalty that turned that game on its head. The defence is Endo in the suspended Szoboszlai, along with Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, who replaces Kerkez in the only other Liverpool change. As you are from midfield onwards, with Gravenberch and McAllister behind Wirtz, and then Gakpo, Ekitike and Salah making up the front three. For Sunderland, as I say, no Granit Xhaka in the squad at all yet, so Trey Hume wears the captain's armband once again. And Virgil van Dijk, of course, leads this Liverpool team, who are playing in their away strip today. Sunderland, the hosts, in their red and white stripes, forcing Liverpool into the green shirt with white shorts and socks. Alisson makes his way to his goal. There is a comedy beach ball sitting by his goalpost. Not sure if that's come out of the stands or if that's a slight rib from anybody associated with Sunderland, but of course the infamous beach ball goal occurred between these two teams at this ground when Sunderland were in the Premier League a little over a decade ago. Been quite the journey back for the Black Cats, and that is surely a foul throw by Endo. Dear oh dear. Well, the game has just kicked off. Sunderland launched it out to the right for a Liverpool throw-in, and well, I suppose this is the absolute dream scenario. You don't even have to worry about pinning Liverpool in, because Endo, I think the ball has just slipped out of his hands, and a foul throw, and now the throw-in goes the way of Sunderland. Trey Hume's gone over to the left to take it. He's made sure to wipe this ball clean. Look like he's going to launch it into the box. Just takes it short back instead to Reinildo. He now delivers to the penalty spot. It's over everybody, allowed to bounce to the back post. Drilled in by Mukiele against Robertson, and behind for an early Sunderland corner. 30 seconds on the clock. Sunderland have a corner against the champions. Nordi Mukiele, who just found himself in the right position there at the back post, drilled a low cross against Andy Robertson. He has been an absolute revelation for Sunderland this season, Mukiele. And he'll be the target, perhaps, of this corner to come too. But it's played short. Now swung in. Oh, might catch Alisson out of the near post. He comes and claims. Slight miscue on the cross, but as Alisson's covering the horde of Sunderland bodies at the back post, it almost just sneaks in at the near post. Nothing doing, though. Alisson plays it out to Van Dijk. And Robertson under pressure from Hume, and it bounces for Brobby. Is he offside, though? I think he is, yes, as the ball drops for Brian Brobby. He's been in there. Good pressure from Hume to force that potential opportunity for Brobby. Now Van Dijk takes the resulting Liverpool free kick short to Andy Robertson, who launches it forward. I'm sure you'll be aware there's plenty of other active Premier League games which kicked off a little before us, all at or approaching half-time. Try and keep you updated with any goals that are going around the grounds there. So we're here to focus on Sunderland versus Liverpool, which is 0-0 after 3 minutes. It's half-time and 0-0 between Nottingham Forest and Wolves. Half-time at the Etihad, where Manchester City are 3-0 to the good against Fulham. Ball launched forward. Sunderland. Alisson comes out and punches into touch for a Sunderland throw-in on the left-hand side. Hume will once again come across from right to left to take this one. Rain hurtling down in the north. Hume wipes the ball dry and then takes the throw short to Ronaldo again, who just gets the ball caught under his feet a little bit and has to play it all the way back to Roofs, who's almost at the halfway line for Sunderland, with Salah charging him down just as well that he was. Now Siddiqui. Played back to Roofs. Around the corner by Lefay. Siddiqui was trying to let that one bounce and didn't have the time to, so it's back with Liverpool. Gakpo to Robertson. McAllister, Gravenberch, touches it back to Van Dijk under pressure. Robertson, McAllister. In the final third here, Liverpool just moving it around patiently. 1-2 with Wirtz, now back to Konate, now Van Dijk. Every outfielder well into the Sunderland half for Liverpool. Burnley have just got a goal back at Selhurst Park. It's Crystal Palace 2, Burnley 1 there. Salah on the ball for Liverpool. Nice pass around the corner for Gravenberch, who's made a rare run into the penalty area. 1-2 with Endo, now back to McAllister, first time launch into the box, punch clear by Roofs. McAllister sends it back to Konate. Konate dinks it over the top, looking for the run of Mohamed Salah. Salah holding off Ronaldo. Touch to Wirtz. Back to Endo. Endo favoured at right back today for Liverpool, with Szoboszlai suspended and Frimpong injured. Joe Gomez has returned to the bench though. Liverpool ball forward, half cleared to Wirtz. Endo back to Gravenberch. Inside to Van Dijk, patient from Liverpool. Gravenberch on the right again. To the feet of Salah, who's able to turn, but then is dispossessed, but it falls to Wirtz, tries the low cut back to Ekitike, and it's put behind by Alderete for the first Liverpool corner of the night. 6 minutes on the clock. Salah's take this corner from the right, and then swinger. Right arm goes up. Since there's a 6-yard box, but easily headed away by Ballard. Wirtz gets to the ball and keeps it in play for Liverpool on the right. Sets it back to Robertson. Floats it to the back post. Van Dijk helps it on, looking for Gakpo, and it's intercepted there. Balderetin runs through to Roofs. Roofs brings it out of his box and kicks long out to the left. Down by the new man Angelo. Back to Alderete. He goes long looking for Brobby. Oh, and he just misjudged the flight of it. And it's bounced through to Ellison. Gakpo up the line for Ekitike. It's cowed by Alderete. Up for a throw-in. Veers back to Robertson. McAllister. Canate. Robertson. Out to Gakpo. Comes inside of Hume. Floats across the back post, headed away by Ronaldo. Canate follows up, and I think that's a shot. It's blazed over the bar and on the ground almost. Not sure if that was intended as a shot or just flying in with the tackle. Burnley have equalised at Selhurst Park from 2-0 down. It's now 2-2, just shy of half-time. There's been a slight delay to kick off there. It's half-time between Aston Villa and Brighton, goalless there, as well as between Forest and Wolves. Robertson trying to slip it through to Ekitike. Roofs comes charging out and gets to the ball. Alderete is clipped for Brobby. Header just falls to his countryman Van Dijk. Opposition today, of course. Canate, Van Dijk, Robertson. Fits it back to Ellison. One kick looking for Ekitike, might run through to Salah instead. Roofs came out of his box crucially and put it into touch. The ball coming back through Gravenberch. Salah. One by Lefay, rolled back to Roofs, who kicks long out to the left. And sent by Endo. McAllister and Angelo battling for the ball. Virts, Salah, Virts. Virts into the feet of Salah once again in the box now. Touches it back to Gravenberch. Robertson. Now to Gakpo. Gakpo floating inside. Gravenberch just slipped a little as he tried to poke that one first time to Virts, and it came back off a Sunderland player to McAllister, so still on the attack are Liverpool. Ekitike's floated out to the left and is on the ball here now. Shrugged off the challenge of Hume, but then just ran out of steam and out it goes for a goal kick. Roos with the long kick. Flick on, just runs through to Allison. Just a clash of heads there between Robbie and Kanate as they both jump for this header. Looks like they're okay, moment. We'll drop back to Allison. He launched it long, looking for Ekatike, who's put up to the left. Marshalled by Mukiele. Ekatike's trying to work around the corner for Robertson. Left on the ground, the ball's gone out of play. Not sure if the decision is Liverpool throw-in or free kick. It's Siddiqui for Sunderland, Ballard on his right. Alderete. Siddiqui receives on the centre spot. He's the furthest outfielder back for Sunderland. Centre halves both progressed in front of him. Ballard through, looking for the run of Diarra. Robertson marshals it out for a Liverpool goal kick. Taken short to Robertson. He kicks long. Looking for Gakpo in the air. He feels he's been fouled by Ballard as he loses out. Alderete then comes forward with the ball into the feet of Brobby, who's dropped deep. Touches it off to Diarra. He helps it on for the marauding Mukiele. Low cross allowed to bounce, and then Endo heads it clear. Siddiqui back to Roos. Alderete. This gives past Ekatike into the Liverpool half. Angelo. Way back to Roos now for Sunderland. Roos kicks long, looking for the run of Angelo on the left. Endo's gone over as they chase that ball, but it bounces out for a Liverpool throw in any case. Ballard. Back to Roos. On-2 with Diarra. Let's Rekatike to press and kicks long. Anglo is able to bring this down in space. Got Mukiele and Akers out on the right. Robertson's not there. To Mukiele it goes. First time low cross. Brobby! Crucial defending from Konate. Still alive though for Sunderland as it comes back out to Mukiele on the right. Low cross. Blocked by Van Dijk. Out it goes for a Sunderland throw on the right. Big moment for Sunderland that. Anglo has managed to find some space coming inside. He hasn't been too involved just yet. But he brings the ball down nicely. Uses the run of Mukiele on his right. It's a lovely first time cross low from Mukiele, just works it behind Robertson, but still picks out Brobby and Konate. Really important bit of defending from him to get a foot on that one. Just a Sunderland throw in to come. Hume's throw to the near post, Van Dijk heads clear. Back the way it came, Hume lets it drop for another throw-in. A little bit further out though. Alderete. Diarra. Hume. Plays it off Gakpo and then takes a touch back off Hume and goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. Launched forward by Robertson, headed by Alderete. There's a bit of a battle here between Brobby and Gravenberch. Liverpool midfielder wins out for Gakpo. Back to Van Dijk. Robertson. Ekitike is once again pulled out to the left for him. It goes in field to Konate instead, Ender. McAllister. McAllister to Wirtz. Up to Gakpo. Robertson. Oh, nice little pass into the box for Wirtz. Low shot is blocked and goes behind for a corner. Run from Wirtz to find himself open in the box. Comes inside on his right trying to work a shot. Just can't quite open those body up enough to get the ball away from Siddiqui. He blocks it, takes another deflection off, I think it was Ballard, and then out for this Liverpool corner. Gakpo to take from the left in the absence of Dominic Szoboszlai. Puts it on the keeper. Roos punches clear. Gravenberch gets the header wrong at the edge of the box, and that allows Lefay in for Sunderland. Now helped on to Hume. Got Lefay running through the middle if he can get away from Florian Wirtz, but he can't. Salah, Wirtz. Back inside for Salah. Nice move this from Liverpool, but Salah gets the ball caught under his feet. Tackle might run through for Gakpo, and Roos gets there first. Rolls it out quickly to Siddiqui. Now uses Lefay, who's pulled out to the right. Lefay back to Mukiele. to Ballard. Roofs into the feet of Lafay. Up the line for Ronaldo, who's fouled by Endo. No rush on the Sunderland free kick as they're getting bodies up from the back. Big ask to get this accurately into the box for Trey Hume. He's only just over the halfway line and well into the left side of the pitch. It's going to require a really special delivery here to find his line of bodies just outside the penalty area. It's a good launch, but Alderete losing out in the air against Virgil van Dijk. Down goes Salah, and he's got the free kick. Ronaldo trying to prevent that from being taken. Yeah, they're making absolutely sure that Liverpool don't get their early free kick. Sunderland going onto that ball. Ronaldo does get a yellow card for preventing the restart there. Over a quarter of the way through this one. Brian Brobby chance the only real talking point so far. Alisson's long kick. Salah tries to help on to Ekitike. Carried by Alderete. Off goes Angelo down the left. Lafay, pick up the run of Brobby. Anglo's foul. Endo. Forward by Liverpool to Gravenberch. Salah. Back to Van Dijk. Robertson. To the feet of Wirtz. He's been dispossessed. Lafay. Siddiqui. And the ball for Angelo. Backs himself to run at Wirtz, but the German wins the ball and turns Angelo. Gravenberch. Wirtz again. Up the line on the right for Salah. McAllister and Ekitike arriving in the box. Salah tries a shot. It's blocked by Ronaldo. Back to Endo. Gravenberch. Goes long looking for Robertson at the back post. He jumps against Mukiele. Neither of them can get a touch. It's behind for a Sunderland goal kick. We're into the 26th minute. Rapturous applause around Stadium of Light in memory of George Foster. past the age of 99. Sunderland man. Play continues though as the Sunderland fans get back to their seats. Andy Robertson's cross, Ballard clears back out to Robertson. Van Dijk. Wirtz. Ekitike back to Gravenberch. Robertson. Gravenberch. Endo. Van Dijk to Robertson. Gravenberch back to Van Dijk. Robertson. Struggling to break something down at the moment. Liverpool for the possession they've had. Gravenberch to Robertson. Feet of Ekitike. Oh, nicely around the corner for Wirtz. But he can't get away from Lefay, and then it looks like he's fouled Ballard. Kanate, up the line for Salah. Back to Kanate. McAllister. Wirtz. Tries a shot from range. Wirtz, good save from Roofs. Big moment on the half-hour mark. Wirtz gets it in space, about 20 yards from goal. Doesn't think twice, immediately pulls the trigger. Roofs dives down to his right, gets a firm hand to it to tip it around the post. Corner in from Gakpo. Van Dijk's header is over the bar. Alderete, long looking for Brobby. Van Dijk wins in the air. Angulo can see it out for Sunderland thrown on the left hand side. Cross launch into the box, caught by Allison and rolled out to Robertson on his left. With the feet of Ekitike. Lefay gets a foot on it, but Ekitike still going, shot is blocked. Robertson. Up the line for Gakpo. Robertson. Gakpo, nice pass through the lines to the byline. Crosses just over Salah, drops to Endo at the back post. He tries to help it back in. It's beyond everybody. Mukiele touches it away from Gakpo. Robertson will keep it alive for Liverpool. Back up the line for Gakpo. Infield for Wirtz. Touch onto his left foot. Oh, it's just hit the post from Florian Wirtz. Lovely effort on the left foot. It almost just rolled in slow motion away from Robin Roofs and then hit the far post. Little miscue on the passes. Liverpool try and maintain the attack, and Gravenberch then has to go all the way back to Kanate, who sets it set home to Alisson, the goalkeeper. Wirtz. McAllister. Gravenberch. Up the line for Endo. Tried to go infield for Salah in the box. First touch is by Lefebvre, but Salah is able to poke it back to Gravenberch and keep Liverpool alive. Kanate, now Wirtz. Back to Gravenberch. Cross. Comes out to Gakpo. Robertson. Sends it back to Van Dijk. Robertson. It's crossed to the back post. Ronaldo gets a head on it, drops to Salah. Now comes out to Endo. Floated to the back post. Gakpo is hauled to the ground by Hume. Wants a penalty. I don't think he's going to get it. Mukiele keeps it in play. There's Diarra up against Robertson. Robertson has surely just hauled Diarra to the ground there. Yep, fouled by the Liverpool man. Sunderland free kick. Just another shot of that Wirtz effort onto the post. Might be a slight Sunderland deflection in there from Ballard's trailing foot that might have just taken it away from goal. You can see the way that Wirtz just takes a really clever touch out of his feet to set himself on his left. Mukiele not expecting it. Wirtz been favouring the right all night and then just pushes the ball into the path of his left foot. Roofs is wrong-footed too, but it just cans off the post. Ten minutes left of the half, 0-0 between Sunderland and Liverpool. Other Premier League games tonight all at or approaching the hour mark. No more goals to report in the second half of those games. Here's a ball that's dropped to Van Dijk, who curls a shot on his left and it's blocked by Ballard behind for a Liverpool corner. Past Ballard, Alderete's head that makes the block. Corner. It's touched down and then cleared by Lefebvre. Robertson onto Gakpo, twisting and turning, goes on the left foot to the byline. Low cross is easily blocked by Siddiqui. And then is he fouled by Katiki as he brings the ball away? Yes, it's the ref. Just looked like a slip to me. He was quickly back to his feet, Siddiqui, but Sunderland get the free kick. Up to Salah, slowed the boot cross, drops to Wirtz who heads it and is saved by Roofs. Movement by Vitz there ahead of the striker. Yeah, Katike is just sort of occupying Alderete. Cross for Vitz, initially headed by Ballard, just looped into Vitz's path and he helped it on, but couldn't generate much power. Roos made the save. It's Gravenberch though. Liverpool really maintaining pressure now towards the end of the half. Outside of the boot cross from Gakpo, too close to the goalkeeper. Roos easily claims out of the back. To Sadiki, brings it forward on the left and gives it to Angelo, running at Endo. Still going Angelo. Away from McAllister. Angelo's shot from range is saved by Alisson. Just bounces in front of the Brazilian goalkeeper. Vitz on the run now for Liverpool. Gakpo comes inside, shot is blocked, and comes away to Robertson, whose follow-up is blocked by Lefay. Now off goes Diarra on a run down the right. Through for Brobby, who's got goal side of Konate. As he holds up the ball, the Frenchman gets back behind him, so he tees it home to Mukiele. Played from right to left for Lefay. Now trying to slip it through to Diarra. Oh, it's just as Diarra is coming back in. And that can just run through to Alisson and goal. Five minutes left of the half, 0-0 between Sunderland and Liverpool. Van Dijk to Robertson. McAllister, Vitz. On the corner for Endo, low crosses straight at Roofs. Robertson for Liverpool. To Gakpo on the left. Katike wanted it early through the centre. Gakpo to Robertson at the byline, low cross. Roofs gets a foot out and turns it around. It's goal for a corner. Towards the back post, headed away by Ballard. Gravenberch, pressure from Lefay, keeps the ball for Liverpool. Takes to the byline, cross. Blocked by Hume behind for another Liverpool corner. Salah's delivery. Angulo heads it down, back out for another corner. Styles delivery to the near post is a poor one, headed down though to McAllister. He's done well to get away from the challenge by Siddiqui. Back to Salah, who hooks a cross in, and it's caught by Robin Roofs. Gakpo on the run. Vince on his left. Tried to use Vince, but he'd just taken it too close to Ballard, who got the tackle in. Falls to McAllister, his shot blocked by Siddiqui. Now to Gravenberch. Referee just called for a stoppage as earlier in that move there was a Gakpo tackle on Diarra that has left him on the ground clutching his foot. Studs on the top of the foot, it looks like. Back in play and rolled back to Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson. Van Dijk, Konate. Alisson. To Robertson. Wirtz. Ekitike. Gakpo. Robertson. To Konate. Flip long looking for Ekitike. Defended. Away comes Mukiele with the ball. Should play it forward. Touched by Robertson out for a Sunderland throw. 45 minutes are up. And just the one added on at the end of this half. Draws to a close. You can probably catch the final 15 or so minutes of most of the other Premier League games. We've got live coverage of every single one here on Flashcore at the moment. Pick of the bunch is probably Crystal Palace 2, Burnley 3 at the moment. Ballard to Alderete. Brings it over the halfway line. Just cuts it back to Ballard. Hume in the corner for Diarra. Siddiqui, though, cross cleared by Gravenberch out to Wirtz. Hold on, the referee's got something to look at here because Robbie wanted a penalty as this ball came in. The referee has called a stoppage. What are we looking at here? Well, there's just a coming together between the two, but the cross is nowhere close to Robbie anyway. It doesn't matter that Konate's got hold of him, he's not getting there. Both end up on the floor. The referee's just given them a talking to and blown his whistle for half-time. Sunderland 0, Liverpool 0. Not too much to shout about in the first half here. The long-range effort from Florian Wirtz, the only time the goalkeeper's really been challenged. And Wirtz has also hit the post from inside the area. But we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second half. Sunderland versus Sunderland cross. Floats past Lafay to the back stick for Mukiele. His cross against Gakpo. Sadiki. Sunderland cross. Line for Mukiele. 1-2 with Lafay. Mukiele drifting inside. Sadiki. Angulo. Low cross is blocked by Gravenberch. Endo hooks clear. Sadiki. There's Diarra on the left. Cross. Not convincingly cleared by Allison. Full time between Nottingham Forest and Wolves, 0-0. Let's finish there. Ball. Sunderland won there by Endo, but it comes down to Diarra. And on the left, sets it back to Lafay. Field for Hume. McAllister makes the tackle crucially right on the edge of the penalty area. Cleared. Ekitike will drift out to the left to keep it in place. Skips past Ballard. Now this opens up for Liverpool. Ekitike's got Salah at the back post, but his touch is too heavy. Not sure if he meant to play that into the path of Gakpo. There's a bit of confusion between the two. Sunderland win the ball back. Loss of a big opportunity for Liverpool there. Full time between Manchester City and Fulham. 3-0 it's finished there to City. Angulo. Ballard to Alderete. Looks for a long ball. Endo wins the header. Drops to Angulo. Hume with a shot from distance. Oh, it's just over the top right corner by Hume. Good effort from range that. From tonight's Sunderland skipper. Similar area and scenario as the shot by Wirtz. Almost that exact spot in the first half when the teams were flipped. Just receives the ball 23 yards from goal. Unmarked, just turns and pulls the trigger before anybody can arrive, but Wirtz was straight at the goalkeeper. This one just whistles over the bar. Gravenberch. Passes the feet of Ekitike around the corner and just runs through to Robin Roofs in goal. Ekitike has just caught Roofs in the face. So he ran at the goalkeeper. A bit of frustration from the Liverpool forward there, it looks like. And Roofs waited for some pressure to appear. Ekitike ran at him, he picked up the ball, Roofs, and Ekitike just left a dangling hand which caught Roofs in the face. Angelo, dispossessed by McAllister. Angelo looked to have won it back, but unfairly, says the referee, and Liverpool get the free kick. Full time 1-0 to Aston Villa against Brighton. Fits. Up the line for Ekitike. Gakpo. Ekitike again. With the Salah. Just come inside of Ronaldo. Fullbacks won it, but then Salah pinches it again. Salah heading to the byline, cross against Angulo, wins a corner. Salah. Salah will take once again from the right. It's a decent delivery. Roofs punches only as far as Wirtz, who takes a touch past the face of the byline on the left. Cut back is blocked by Diarra and runs out for a Liverpool throw on the left. Wirtz takes quickly. Gakpo. Back to Wirtz. Gakpo again. Inside of Hume and away from Mukiele too. Wirtz went through with a nice pass to Gravenberch into the box, tees up Wirtz again, low shot is blocked by Ballard. Robbie can't clear fully, Kanate to Endo. Endo tried to curl a shot, that's blocked, away again, out to the left. Siddiqui chasing this down, Van Dijk hooks it forward again for Liverpool on the turn. Endo's header to Salah. Might be an error of offside about this, Angulo wins it back for Sunderland in any case. Kanate. McAllister on the bouncing ball, can't get it away from Diarra. Gravenberch. Through for Endo to chase, and Ronaldo will just get his body in the way and see that out for the Sunderland goal kick. Ballard. Back to Roofs. Roofs kicks out to the left, Angelo. He miscontrols it. Endo's throw back to Kanate. Allison. Van Dijk. To the left. This looks good, but Wirtz's pass is just a little slow for Ekitike. Now through for Brobby. Away from Kanate, no flag. Brobby. Foot in by Konate. Kept in play by McAllister, but I think then the flag has gone up against Robbie. I think he is marginally offside there, probably as the ball goes through. He's definitely behind Konate, but Van Dijk across the line might have just been playing him on. It's tight, but too important in the grand scheme of things as Robbie couldn't get the shot away. Roos. Siddiqui, back to Roos. Pressed by Wirtz. To Alderete. Clip to Hume. Can't work it through. Lefay has won it back for Sunderland, out to Engler on the left. Trying to skip past Endo. McAllister. His pass too heavy for Robertson, intercepted by Mukiele. Mukiele comes inside, low shot on the left foot is just wide of the mark. Wow. Mukiele caught everyone by surprise there, came inside of Robertson on the left foot. Had a go from just outside the penalty area and almost snuck it in at the near post. On the weaker left foot, but just rolls wide of the mark. Down the left is Wirtz for Liverpool. Around the corner for Ekitike. Cut back for Salah on the penalty spot. He's lifted it over the bar. Big chance for Salah. It was a little behind him and he's leaning back. Oh, it's actually come off the face of Ronaldo, who's blocked it. Thought Salah had just lifted this over, but Ronaldo does actually, he doesn't know too much about it, but he does make a crucial block. Corner comes in from the right. Salah delivers Ekitike the target. Put behind for another corner by Mukiele. Salah delivers the in-swinger once again to the back post. Van Dijk, and it's in the back of the net. I think the final touch is off a Sunderland head. Salah put the ball in, Van Dijk one in the air. And it's Diarra who's just helped it on into his own net. It's already on the way in. He's tried to make the defensive header on the line and he's just miscued it. He hasn't got much time to react. Van Dijk towers over Robin Roofs. I think he's made the wrong decision to come out for this ball. And he kind of half has a reach. Van Dijk reads it well. It actually comes off Van Dijk's shoulder, I think. But it is heading into the back of the net already, I'm pretty sure. But Diarra just made sure of it. (1-0) Liverpool. An hour gone. Sunderland gets back underway. Down the right, Mukiele. Cross looking for Anguilla at the back post. Crucial touch by Endo. He's hurt himself as he's done it, I think, Endo. I think his studs have just planted in the turf. Oh yeah, it looks an awkward one for Endo. He gets the touch on the ball, crucially to take it away from Angolo at the back post. But the studs plant in the ground and then the ankle just twists. Physio's on for Liverpool and Joe Gomez is immediately being prepared. Oh, yeah, I've just seen another angle. Endo's whole foot goes underneath him. Well, he is back up to defend this corner. Gomez isn't on yet. Endo gets a touch and he's just dropped in the box again. He really shouldn't be playing on at this point as the ball is bouncing around in the box. Mukiele. Wirtz prevents the cross. Diarra trying to redeem himself for Sunderland as the cross then headed away by McAllister. Sadiki 1-2 with Ronaldo, hooks it forward. Endo still limping about the box as Liverpool try and defend this one. Alderete out to Diarra, set back to Lafay, cross to the penalty spot. Konate's header away as far as Sadiki. Back inside, Konate defends again. Hume out to Mukiele. Low cross, touched by Gravenberch behind for another Sunderland corner, and Endo hits the deck again. You need to make this change, Liverpool. Joe Gomez is stripped off and ready. There's further concern for Wataru Endo here. Still on the deck, Endo. Has to be in some real pain. Stretcher is on for Wataru Endo. Well, then news of a former Liverpool player, Alex Oxlade, injury time winner for Celtic against Livingston. Celtic 2-1 up there. And Oxlade Chamberlain goal. Real concern for Wataru Endo now, as they prepare to get him onto the stretcher. Concern for Endo with what looks like foot and ankle ligament damage. end his season, but worse is the World Cup coming up for Japan, which you imagine would be his last. Off goes Endo to standing ovation from the whole of the Stadium of Light. Clearly an agony, the Liverpool man. Change made for Liverpool. Joe Gomez on to defend this corner. It's a quarter of this game left. We suspect there'll be a good chunk of injury time after that. Stoppage for Endo. Lefay delivers the outswinging corner from the right. It's headed away. Hume touches it back to Ronaldo. Siddiqui. Diarra. Turns and puts it out to the right. Hume. Lefay. Mukiele's cross stopped by Ekitike. Salah. Gakpo ahead of him on the break, but Gakpo can't take the ball in his stride. Hume sends it back to Roos. Ronaldo. Siddiqui. Dorete de Ballard. Ingolo. Infield for Lefay. Out to the right. Mukiele's low cross. Gravenberch clears. Salah. Up towards Ekitike. Inside of Ballard, forced back by the Sunderland defender McAllister. Over to Salah. So prime Salah shot territory, has the go. Oh, that's surely a handball blocked by Enzo Lefay. Forced back by the Sunderland defender Not sure what the referee's call is here, but ooh, that does look like a handball to me. I think he might have gotten away with this one, Lefay. Yeah, he has. Sunderland goal kick. Salah curled the shot. It comes off the arm of Lefay. There's no doubt about that. And Ekitike on the follow-up lifts it over the bar and it results in a Sunderland goal kick. Only argument I can see is that Lefay's arm was in a natural position into his body. Play continues, 18 minutes on the clock. Sunderland 0, Liverpool 1. Mukiele down the right. Infield to Siddiqui. Into the feet of Brobby in the box, challenged by Konate. Still alive as Hume shoots on the turn, is blocked. Out to Mukiele, low cross. Van Dijk doesn't get the right touch on it to clear. Diarra, Reinildo. Cross. One in the air by Hume and over the bar. Canate, fouled by Bromby. Liverpool seem to be preparing Curtis Jones as their next substitution. Stoppage for a clash of heads between Alderete and Ekitike. Fierce. Dispossessed by LeVay. Back to Alderete. Oh, he's miscued the clearance to the feet of Ekitike. Ekitike, oh, Vitz lets it run for Salah. He's kept it in play just about and then is pinched off him by Alderete, attaining for his errors. He just tried a reverse pass out of defence to Alderete, went drilled it straight into the feet of Ekitike about 25 yards from goal. He slipped it to his right. Vitz and Salah were both there. The German let it run for Salah, but he was just, I think, expecting the ball, didn't take it in his stride, and it ran out almost for a goal kick. He just about kept it in at the byline, but Alderete then nicked it off him. Here comes the second Liverpool change. Quarter of an hour left on the clock plus stoppage time. Gakpo is off for Curtis Jones. Jones will come into the centre. Vitz will float out wide. You would suspect. Mukiele for Sunderland. Oh, lovely turn away from Robertson, and he launches the shot over the bar. Not a shooting angle, that, for Mukiele. Did the hard part, really clever turn. Received the throw in from Hume. Everybody else was expecting it into the box. He takes it away from Salah, then turns past Robertson, blasts the shot over from a tight angle. Should have been looking for a cross then, I think. Ekitike for Liverpool. So it's back to Gomez. Under pressure from Angulo. Also back to Canate. All the way back to Allison. At the feet of Jones and Vitz. Van Dijk. Picks out the run of Ekitike. Cross to the outside of his boot is cleared with the near post by Alderete. Foul by Wirtz as he tried to keep the Liverpool attack alive. Alderete. The feet of Lefay. Tried to slip in Brobby. Crucial touch at full stretch by Kanate. The pass forward is just away from Lefay. Salah around the corner for Wirtz. He's got runs from Jones and Salah. Ekitike, they've all ended up offside, I think, as he goes out to Robertson on the left instead. He crosses for Ekitike, headed down into the ground and wide of the mark. Oh, it's almost identical to his miss against Manchester City on Sunderland. A free header. He heads it down into the ground and just bounces past the left post. I think he's offside as this ball comes in any case, but it's not going to matter. A couple of changes prepared now for Sunderland. Triple substitution, in fact, it looks like. Gertrude is going to come on against the team who allegedly were chasing his services in the winter transfer window. Liverpool looking to do a complex deal to bring in player who is only on loan at Sunderland to begin with. And then Mundell comes on as well. He's on for Angulo. Full Premier League debut for him comes to an end. So it's Hume, Angulo and Alderete off, as Alderete just limps around the pitch on the far side, and on come Mundell, Gertrude and Talby for Sunderland. Diarra tries to put it through for Brobby. Van Dijk gets himself in the way and sees it through to Alisson. Alisson's kick out of his hands, looking for Ekitike. Ballard lets it bounce. Through it goes to Roos. Gertrude. Ronaldo. Back to Gertrude, now Roos. Ballard. To with Talby. Mundell. Midfield to Siddiqui. Mundell is floated inside, gets on the ball, and runs away from McAllister, plays out to the left for Ronaldo, skips past Gomez, round the corner for Mundell, who's onside in the box, but I just showed too much of it to Joe Gomez. Salah, back to Gomez. Gomez launches it long. Ekitike, challenged by Gertrude and out for a Liverpool throw-in. Gomez throws up the line. Ekitike tries to flick it inside for Salah. It's dispossessed by Ronaldo. Mundle. Gomez forces him back. Crowder. Roofs. One kick. Diarra can't bring it down. It goes through to Alisson. Kick out to the left. Jones can't keep the play up for a Sunderland throw, taken quickly to Ballard. Mundle. To Crowder. Mundle. Coming in from the left away from Gomez. The feet of Lafay. Back to Crowder. Lafay. Oh, lovely ball around the corner for Brobby. He's just lost his footing a little against Van Dijk as he controls that ball. Manages to keep it and touches it back to Mundle. Ronaldo. Mundle again. Cross is blocked by Gravenberch and then comes away to Jones. Jones has lost a foot race with Talby. Ballard at full stretch. Can't help but through to Crowder. Wirtz picks it up, but then Mukiele wins it again for Sunderland. Crowder. The feet of Ronaldo who's come a bit central here. Back to Crowder. Oh, he tried to play it into the feet of Lafay and he just didn't react in time. Lafay, it runs past him and through to Alisson. Crowder, Ballard, Crowder to Lafay, Ballard. Ronaldo. Sunderland into the Liverpool half. Ballard. Quick to the back post, probably the target. Alisson claims it. Alisson out to Gomez on his right. Lafay pushed over by Ekitike, Sunderland free kick. Taken quickly up the line for Mundle. Gomez and Salah to beat. Flip-flap past Gomez, but Salah covers it. Plays out to Wirtz. Back to Gomez. Gomez back to Alisson. One kick brought down by Salah. And Jones. Through to Ekitike on his left. Ekitike to Jones. Now Wirtz at the back post. Sets it back to Jones. Shot is blocked and loops over the bar. Liverpool making a final change. Hugo Ekitike is off for the last few minutes and he's replaced by Federico Chiesa. Oh, well, I thought that it was a Liverpool corner for that Jones shot, but apparently not. Goal kick to Sunderland. Roofs kicks long out to the right. Van Dijk wins in the air. Gravenberch onto Salah. Wirtz. To Gomez, who's arriving on the right. Back to McAllister. Jones. Robertson. To the left for Chiesa. Chiesa back to Jones. That's a lot of Robertson, but the Scotsman gets there. Jones. McAllister. Back to Van Dijk. Jones. Chiesa back to Van Dijk again. Don't need to force anything at the moment, Liverpool. Jones. Wirtz plays it off Talby and wins a Liverpool throw-in. Final minute of normal time, but expect a few to be added on for that Endo injury break. Liverpool long switch with Salah. Down to the path of Joe Gomez. Gomez trying to run his way through. Mukiele wins it and plays it back to Roofs. Still yet to score a senior goal for Liverpool. Joe Gomez. And ball brought down by Brobby. Canate. McAllister, now Jones. Gomez. Wirtz. McAllister to Jones. 7 minutes of stoppage time indicated at the Stadium of Light. Gives some hope to the home side. Ballard. Siddiqui on the run. Good to get Trowder though. Out to the right for Talby. His crossover hit. Gomez. A composed header back into the hands of Alisson, which earns the applause of Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate. Fay, Trowder, Ballard. Talby. To Mundle. Mundle's low cross cleared by McAllister, but comes off Gravenberch, and then Gomez loses out to Mundle. Mundle twisting and turning, in goes McAllister. Referee immediately waves away the penalty appeals. Mundle stays down holding his face. McAllister did put a foot in there. I'm not sure if he got near the ball. Mundle dribbles nicely past Salah first. Oh, I think he might have a case there. Looks like McAllister steps on the foot. am I going to be wrong again? Sunderland making another change. Diarra is off and replaced by Wilson Isidore. Will just be a Sunderland throw. Geertruida's throw. 1-2. Cross the back post. Ballard's header. Chiesa can see it out for a goal kick. Ballard from the Liverpool goal kick. Sunderland come again, but the ball up the line from Mukiele is overhit and cut out by Robertson. Chiesa. The feet of Jones. A lovely feet by Jones to Gravenberch. Plays it off Robbie. Sunderland win it back. Ronaldo touches it heavily out of defence. Then his pass is behind Mundle and it's won by Jones to Salah up the line. Salah has Chiesa on the run. Just overdoes it in possession, Salah, but Ronaldo's tackle does fall kindly for Wirtz. Now out to Jones on the right. Left back out of position for Sunderland, but Liverpool not going to charge at goal here. Jones and McAllister just slowly passing between themselves. And then Jones being fouled by Isidore. Liverpool free kick, 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Ball looking for Salah. Salah looking to go through, and his touch inside comes off Geertruida. Roofs couldn't reach it full stretch, rather it goes for what will be a Liverpool corner on the right. Salah to take, 2 minutes left on the clock. Salah takes it short to Jones. Back to Wirtz. Gomez. On to Robertson. Van Dijk. Forward. Mukiele wants a push from Chiesa as he wins it in the air. He's not going to get the decision. Chiesa heading for the corner. Robbie back to defender, then Mukiele wins it off and gives it to Ballard. Ballard to Geertruida. Talby. Ronaldo. Risky passes inside their own box. Sunderland. Oh, and then Roos with a little chop to get away from the press of Curtis Jones, who slid in. But then eventually when he does clear his lines, it's straight back into Liverpool territory. Ball in the middle here, eventually drops for Jones. Lafay's foot in. The loose ball just drops kindly for Robertson. Wirtz. Robertson. Jones. Salah might be offside. Volleys on the right foot and it bounces just wide of the mark. Clever finish on the turn from Salah, but just wide. He's onside as this comes to him from Curtis Jones as well. Nearly a lovely goal from Mo Salah. Goal kick by Roos, one in the air by Van Dijk. Chiesa hurls Mukiele to ground and wins the free kick, the Sunderland man. Last chance for Sunderland perhaps. Robin Roos to tip the free kick just shy of the halfway line. Everyone forward for Sunderland now, just outside the penalty area. He launches into the box. Virgil van Dijk cleared by Ballard. And that will be that at the Stadium of Light. Full time here, Sunderland 0, Liverpool 1. Not exactly a vintage display, but Virgil van Dijk's header, the difference at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 0, Liverpool 1. Thanks very much for joining us here on Flash.